Meteorologist Brady Taylor here in the First Alert Weather Center. We're tracking a potentially developing tropical system down in the southern parts of the Gulf of Mexico. As of the 4 o'clock central update on this Monday, National Hurricane Center has labeled this area of disturbed weather down here potential tropical cyclone number 1. We're looking more and more likely that we see our first named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season. It would be Alberto. Now, this area is not well defined right now. It's still going to take a little while, but as this area moves up to the north and northwest, a little more favorable conditions that this could become a tropical depression and likely a tropical storm as we head into tomorrow, and then works its way towards the northern Mexican coast in the Gulf of Mexico. Winds only about 40 to 45 miles per hour, so not major winds. Really, it's going to be the rain for much of the Texas Gulf Coast region that's going to be the biggest impacts from this storm. Tropical storm watch is in effect for areas from Corpus Christi up to Matagorda Bay. You see this big area. This is more for ships out in the Gulf of Mexico that could be dealing with some high surf and some high winds off the Texas coast. But again, the rain is going to be the biggest issue. Could see some 40 to 45 mile per hour winds across parts of the Texas Gulf Coast. A little high tide as well. A little bit of storm surge, but nothing that looks to be dramatic with this storm. Fortunately, it's not expected to dramatically increase as of the latest update. Flash flood watches, though, are in effect that stretch all the way along the Texas Gulf Coast. This is going to be a very heavy rain-producing style system. So we're talking from South Padre all the way through the Galveston area towards the Texas-Louisiana line under flood watches that run through the next few days. Wednesday is likely to be the rainiest day. Here's the latest forecast on the amount of rain we could be talking about. We could be talking about 4 to 8 inches, and you get in and around the Corpus Christi area between there and Matagorda Bay. Depending on exactly where these waves of heavier rain move in, there could be some isolated 10-inch or higher total. So there could be some significant flash flooding across areas near and south, particularly of I-10. But we're talking about 4 to maybe 6 inches in parts of areas between San Antonio and Austin, then up into parts of the Texas Hill Country, depending on where some of these individual kind of little waves move through. As you move further north into central and north Texas, that flood potential goes down, but there still could be some 2 to 4 inch rainfall totals up and down parts of the I-35 corridor from, say, the Temple, Killeen area northward up towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But again, the most significant flooding is likely to be down to the south of I-10. So heavy rain is the big story. But along the Texas Gulf Coast, particularly right along the coastline, we could see some winds 40 to 45 miles per hour. There will be a little bit of a storm surge, but nothing that's dramatic or going to cause any significant damage. Again, surf will be up due to this storm system, but the rain is the big story of what is likely to become Alberto as we head into your Tuesday, and likely again to be the first named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season.